Welcome back. This is video 21 of using music theory to play almost any song. And of course the song we're working on is She Loves You by the Beatles. You may recall that we are at the point of trying to figure out the melody to the song. We don't have the sheet music, but we do have the chord sheet. And back in video 18 I told you that the key to figuring out the melody of a song is the key that the song was written in. And so in videos 19 and 20 we went through some tests to determine what key She Loves You is written in. And we decided it's written in G major. And once we knew that, then we could figure out, of course, the G major scale from our knowledge of music theory. And we found that a G major scale has the notes G, A, B, C, D, E, and F sharp in it. So as with all of those major scales, there are 7 notes in the unique notes in the scale. And back in video 18 we listened to the first part of the first verse of the song and we realized that it's really just basically a G major scale. And so we were able to figure out the first part of the first verse of the melody part of it just by knowing that it was in the key of G and knowing the G major scale. As we continue to work out the melody to the tune, we'll want to keep in mind that the tune's written in G major and there are 7 notes in a G major scale, just like all the major scales have 7 notes. But there are 12 unique notes on the piano. So while we can arrange them in different octaves, so like doubling the pitch or tripling it or halving it or whatever, there are only 12 unique pitches that we can choose from. And 7 of them are covered by the G major scale, so that leaves 5 that are not in the G major scale. And those notes that are not part of the G major scale are unlikely to be in the melody. They might be there in a passing way or like a grace note or to intentionally inject some tension into the song. But in general, the vast bulk of the notes are not going to be in those 5 notes that are not part of the scale of the key we're in at any moment. Again, there's 12 notes in a chromatic scale, which covers all the pitches that you can get in any octave. And 7 of them are in the major scale, so that leaves 5 that are not. In this case, we're working with the G major scale. So the 5 notes that are not available to us, or not likely to be available to us, those 5 notes are G sharp, A sharp, C sharp, D sharp, and either E sharp or F, depending on how you want to look at it. That's the same note. So those 5 notes are not likely to be in the melody when we're in this key of G major. As we continue to work out the melody, what we're going to need to do is listen carefully to the song so we can really fully keep the melody in our head while we're working on the piano. So what I want to do now is focus on the first verse of the song and play the melody for you so that we can continue to analyze it more carefully.
You think you've lost your love? Well, I saw her yesterday. It's you she's thinking of, and she told me what to say. she loves you, and you know you should be glad.
Okay, so that's it. We figured out the verse to She Loves You. We used the fact that it's in the key of G major, and we used the notes from the G major scale to figure out the entire first verse. The second verse of the song is the same as the first verse, which is often the case. So there's really nothing to do there. We just repeat what we just learned, and we've got the second verse done. In the next video, we'll go into the middle part of the song, which I'm going to call a refrain, but you might also call it a chorus. And that's the part where they go, she loves you, yeah, 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 the yeah, yeah, yeah part. The reason I call it a refrain is that it repeats. If you remember the song, and the introduction is the she loves you, yeah, yeah, yeah. Then in the middle they do that, she loves you, yeah, yeah, and then at the end they do that. So once we figure out the refrain, that part that keeps coming back, we will pretty much have the whole song figured out in terms of melody. And then we can just go into embellishments and making it sound like the original recording as much as we want. Thanks for watching.